Hi everyone, and welcome to the Interlinga Freight Management Systems tutorial on rate tables. Now, the rate tables are some of the more complicated bits of IFMS, and we kept it that way specifically because we want the system's ability to calculate rates to be as flexible as possible. So we prefer to keep it complicated and flexible rather than simple and restrictive. So to create a new rate table, to create your standard rates, you can click here on the standard rates. Otherwise, if you want to create an account rate table, you can go File, New, and then Rate Configuration. Apart from that first step, the rest of these processes are basically exactly the same. In this example, I'm going to create a standard rate. First off, normally you would give your account rate a name. Usually the account rate would somehow link to the account for which it's being created, or if you have multiple standard account rates, it would be rate A or North rate A or North rate B or something like that. The next thing here, you'll see selected revision, and essentially what IFMS allows you to do is to create multiple revisions of the same rate configuration. So what you could do is you could set up a rate configuration for this year, for 2017, and then somewhere next year when you want to up your rates, you can create a new rate configuration and a effective date and say this updated revision of the rate configuration will only be applicable from a specific date. And the system will ensure that any variables cost and route before that date will be calculated. The rates for those variables will be calculated with the previous rate configuration instead of the revised one. And after that revision date, after that effective date, the new rate configuration would apply. So what's nice about this is you can make all your recommended changes. So let's say your company wants to update its rate configurations end of July. You can make all the rate configuration changes in the coming months, and then only by the end of July will all of those rate configurations automatically kick in and just start working on the system. So that covers selected revision and effective date. Next, volumetric factor. Now, if you've been working in the transport industry, you would understand what volumetric factor means. But now this IFMS allows you to adjust the volumetric factor per account. Your standard rates could have one volumetric factor, and your a specific account rate could have a different volumetric factor, which is quite useful. The insurance rate would be the rate, the percentage